The Mitsubishi Lancer recently did the Heidi Montag bit and had an extreme makeover, inclusive of new model variants, a bigger 2.4 litre engine and a 5-door hatch that Mitsubishi calls a Sportback. To help us make sense of all of that, CarAdvice's answer to Joan Rivers, our boss fella.
John, I don't even know who that is. You know what though, I can tell you, the Lancer starts from $21,990 and in my opinion is probably the best small car in the class. You get absolute value for money in it. It comes all the way from a base model all the way to the Aspire, which is about $34,000, and in between that you can find something you like. The 2 litre is good enough. If you want that little bit extra power and torque, you can go for the 2.4, but I think most people that just want to buy a normal car to get from A to B, the 2 litre is sufficient. And you can match it up with a manual or a continuously variable transmission.
I reckon most people have never driven a CVT. Talk to us about that.
Look, it's a bit strange because it doesn't actually have any gears, so it just sort of expands and goes back, and as you accelerate, the car seems to feel like it's stuck at a certain RPM, so it'll sort of sit around 3,000 RPM and just make a lot of noise. And you feel like the car is struggling and it sounds like it's about to explode, but really it's doing fine and it's sitting at the best RPM that it can. The computer's got 5 presets, so you can just sort of pick, I want to go on gear 1, gear 2. They're not really any gears there, but it'll just sort of change the ratio. Apart from that though, you know, you get into the Lancer and the interior for me is a big improvement over the last one. You get a decent stereo, you get a really nice steering wheel, very comfortable. I think the car is very practical as well, good amount of rear space. The back seats, it's pretty much the same size as most small cars, so you could fit 2 adults in there. I wouldn't be pushing it for 3. But it is, you know, it's practical. For young people who want to put 3 people on the back just for a short drive out on a night, it's fine, no big deal. Safety-wise, brilliant. It comes with everything standard from the base model. You get full complements of 6 airbags plus stability control. So in terms of safety, 5-star. I would probably pick a Sportback just because of practicality-wise, and it doesn't cost any more as far as I believe. So it's sort of the car you would go for.
What other cars should you have on your shortlist to test drive?
Yeah, look, I would probably be test driving the i30. The diesel in the i30 is quite good.
What about the Subaru Impreza?
I think the Impreza, because it has all-wheel drive, handles better. It seems to lack a bit of power, and I personally think the Lancer looks much, much better than the Impreza.
Most people are just going to use a Lancer to commute. What's it like if you drive a long distance?
Yeah, look, the Lancer's great. It comes standard with cruise control. You can sort of get into it and just drive it long distance. Ride and handling, the steering, you get a bit of understeer. There seems to be a bit of a disconnect between the steering wheel and the front wheels in terms of feedback. So you could go over bumps and you're kind of not really feeling much of it.
Is there anything else you didn't like?
I think the interior could be slightly improved. I think my main problem with it is on the base model it's fine, but when you start paying $60,000 for an Evolution, it still looks like the base model on the inside, apart from the seats obviously and a couple of other things.
And the warranty's not bad either, is it? Particularly among Japanese cars.
No, it's fantastic. It's a 5-year, 130,000 kilometre warranty, plus of course you get the 10-year Mitsubishi Drivetrain warranty, which will cover your engine and your gearbox and other things. So that's probably the best in the industry.
Thanks, Alboz. That was Alboz Fowler, a fan of the Mitsubishi Lancer. You can read the full review, download specifications, add your comments, and even get a quote from a Mitsubishi dealer. Just follow the links on this page.